The state government's promising more protection for Tasmanians who don't own their home. It's revamping the tenancy laws, but is still struggling to find a remedy for the affordable housing shortage.
Tens of thousands of Tasmanians rent their home, but the law that's meant to protect them is over a decade old. In dozens of submissions to a review of the Tenancy Act, the most common concerns are the growing cost of renting, lease security, how landlord disputes are resolved, and the basic standards of accommodation.
You move into a house, it should have hot and cold running water, it should have a working toilet, it should have heating, some sort of heating, and there should be somewhere to cook food.
The Real Estate Institute warns against being too demanding.
It could remove from the market a number of properties that are perhaps not quite up to scratch at the moment, therefore put more pressures on government.
We need to maintain the rights of tenants whilst still encouraging investment into the private rental sector in Tasmania.
The Minister also told a tenancy conference he wants to enforce set price rental.
From my knowledge, I think there's only one agent, I think it's in the north of the state, that is involved in rent bidding, but as an industry we're against rent bidding.
Tasmania's rental market is oversupplied at the top end, but there aren't enough cheap homes and the squeeze is forcing up prices.
It's getting increasingly harder to get their families into a home, and then at the end of the lease, if they can't pay the rent increase, then having to move out and find another place within 2 weeks.
I think we should encourage private investors, and anything we can do to do that is great, but I think we do really need to have the support of the government to provide incentives.
McKim expects to introduce new tenancy laws within a year. Barbara Cox, ABC News.